Hey guys, it's Neil again from Heart of Texas Armory, and today I want to bring you guys a quick video review of this pretty cool and affordable out-the-front knife that I purchased from dhgate.com. So if any of you guys are familiar with dhgate.com, you know they sell just about anything on that website, including clones, and that's what this is. This is a copy. You can see it laser marked right there, HK on the clip. This is obviously not a legit HK out the front knife. This is a clone. So join me today as we take a look at this knife and find out if it is worth the price and the weight it takes to get one of these from China. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start this video review off by having the specs show up on the left-hand side of the screen. And we'll start with overall length. So from the back of the glass breaker here all the way to the tip of the blade, you're looking at 7 inches. Handle length is 4.25 and a blade length of 2.75 inches. So fairly small and compact for an out the front knife. And that's exactly what I was looking for when I purchased this particular blade. The weight on this knife here is 4.4 ounces. So fairly solid and fairly heavy for the size. But that does lead to a quality feel in the hands. It definitely feels like an actual high quality knife and not a flimsy toy. The steel here, which you should be seeing a close-up of that steel, DHgate labels this as Damascus steel, and I'm not sure if it's actual Damascus or not. It could possibly be, like a D2 steel that is laser etched to look like Damascus or acid etched to look like Damascus. But I will say that the steel has performed. I've had this blade for about 2 weeks now, and it's held up great. I've only sharpened it one time, and I'm cutting a lot of cardboard and cordage and stuff like that, and it's performed pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with the steel. I just don't know exactly what it is. DHgate just calls it that Damascus steel. Handle material here, we're looking at fully machined aluminum scales, and they are solid. The fit and finish is decent. It's obviously not as nice as a legit HK would be, but not bad for the price here, guys. So solid aluminum handles, solid aluminum hardware here, and the clip here is steel. And speaking of the price, these are an absolute amazing price. You can purchase these again from dhgate.com for $32 with free shipping. So at that price, I feel this is an absolute bargain. The only negative is that it is labeled HK right there on the clip. So you have to be aware that this is a clone and be okay with that. Now, normally I'm not okay with that, but this particular one, it's only marked HK in one spot right there, so it could be easily removed. And I may end up doing that with just some sandpaper or something like that, just to go ahead and remove that so I can make this into a sterile blade. But that is the specs for this blade. And next we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the highlights and then close this video review out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video review up talking about the positives and negatives for this particular blade. So starting off with the things I do like about this, I love the overall size of it. Being, with that 2.75 inch blade and the overall length of only 7 inches and closed at basically 4 inches, it's just a pleasure to carry. There's not a lot of out the front knives in this size that are this quality. Most other out the fronts that are going to be similar size are going to be little junk out the fronts like this particular one that I purchased for about $20. This here feels like a toy. It's flimsy, it's lightweight, weighs only 1 ounce, and the steel is absolutely terrible. So this is junk. This here, again, small size, but it actually feels like a quality tool. I also like the steel. Even though it is a mystery steel here, it has performed pretty good for me. So like I mentioned before, I don't know if this is a D2. That's what I think it is. But whatever type of steel is in here, it's not bad. It takes a decent edge. This is razor sharp as it is right now. And I'll cut, throughout the whole week, I'll cut probably 20 to 50 cardboard boxes up with this particular blade, and it just holds that edge. The only thing I have to do is just hit it with a leather strop. So the blade steel is actually not bad. And even looking at it here on the side, I don't know if you can see that. That's what leads me to believe this might actually be a Damascus, because if it isn't, they put a lot of effort into actually laser etching or acid etching the top of this blade here. So whatever steel it is, it's not bad. The price is also just a huge positive with this. $32 is an incredible deal any way you look at it. So that is a huge positive. Also like the way it feels in the hand. It's quality. You know, it just feels like a solid tool. So when you're using it, it's ergonomic. You have this little thumb ramp here when you actuate the double action. So now you can use that as like a thumb stop. It just fits good in the hand. I like the size. It's just a comfortable knife to use. So that's definitely a positive as well. Now, we'll talk about a few of the negatives. You know, I mentioned this earlier. You know, the biggest negative with this particular knife is that it's marked HK. So you can call it a copy, you can call it a clone, even though with my research, I didn't actually see an HK out the front knife in this size category. Most of them are going to be a little larger with blades in around 3 to 3.5 inches. I didn't see any HK out the front that's ever been produced at this size. So I wouldn't really call it an actual copy or clone, but it is a negative that it is marked HK. But the good thing is, like I mentioned, you know, that's the only spot it is marked. So just on that clip there, which you can easily remove that HK to make it a sterile blade, but they didn't mark the blade, anything like that. So that's good. It's not marked anywhere on the actual handle. So, but it is a negative. And then the last thing I'll mention here is the weight of it. So this being 4.4 ounces is fairly heavy for how small it is. Most of my other OTFs are going to be about the same weight, but they have that 3-inch blade. This one having a smaller blade, but it's the same weight. So they could have probably removed some material inside the scales to lighten this blade up a little bit. So that's the only thing. I mean, the 4.4 ounces, it makes the blade feel better. It feels like a quality tool, but it is certainly a little heavier than I would have wanted. Maybe 3.5 or even 4 ounces would have been better for this particular blade. But overall, man, this thing is really sweet. I've never had it misfire. It doesn't make any noise. The blade play, there's hardly any blade play at all, just a little front to back. But overall, this is a really nice out the front that I definitely recommend, is so long as you're okay with that HK mark. And I will provide a link to where I purchased this from dhgate.com. You should probably be seeing that right now show up, what it looks like on the website. But you can purchase these, $32 shipped to your house, free shipping. So it's a really, really good deal for a quality knife. Like I said, I've had this now for a little over 2 weeks, and I really enjoy it. It's a great knife, so I highly recommend it. Just be aware that when you order stuff from DHgate, there's a possibility it could be a clone or a copy. So just be aware of that. But overall, 2 thumbs up for me, because you're not going to find a better out the front knife at this price, at this size. So definitely a impressive blade for $32. So if you have any questions or comments on this, definitely leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Y'all guys take care. I'll catch you on the next one.